white shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London stand strong, in the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder, to the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes, glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. The pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
Oh, Danny boy, you
Ooh,
are
Danny, come on.
You wasted a club and made them go down. Oh dear.
The end
Enjoys
is
being a
here.
Spurs fan.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Tequila? What do you reckon?
What do I reckon? I reckon Danny Boy's in trouble. Is what I reckon. He's going to get it tonight.
Do we make Tottenham great again?
Here you go. Trump's back in power. Should we ask him if he wants to buy Spurs?
No, we haven't actually. Do you want to email him?
I'll give him an email. Yeah.
Yeah, give him an email.
See what he says.
He'll come back and make Tottenham great again.
Trump Hart Lane.
Trump. He becomes. Oh, you could just imagine, couldn't you? Can you just imagine?
I don't know how well that would go down, to be honest. Trump Hart Lane.
I don't know how well that would go down either. Oh, what a way to start the show. Hi, good evening, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, the home of Tottenham past, present, and the exciting future. I've got to rethink that intro now, because I can't say on the exciting future under Ange Postecoglou anymore, can I?
Well, you still can, because he's still here, but I don't know how exciting it's going to be.
Okay.
It depends what you like from your football, I guess.
Right, hang on. Good evening and welcome to THFC Till I Die, home Tottenham past, present, and a mediocre future under Ange Postecoglou.
Oh, dearie me.
No, we had to come up with something different. Good evening, guys. Welcome to, which was the post-match show, but it's turned into Players Back Ange, because that is the news that I got this morning, that Ange Postecoglou has the backing. Is still in the job because he has players backing. So I'm going to run that across the bottom of the screen somehow. Don't know why that isn't happening. Jesus, I'm having a mare, lads. I'm having a mare. There we go. So that's backing. How are you, Tequila? After yesterday,
I'm a little bit. I got a little bit of a sniffles, if you can't tell. But
yeah,
in the battle through like Spurs, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of a headache. There we are. It's January. Everybody's ill in January, bruv.
Yeah,
at least over here.
It's dry January. Listen. Yesterday we're going to talk about it, but more going to talk about Daniel Levy and the club and why the club is where it is. I've got a few questions about what Mido said earlier on to Talk Sport, and also Simon Jordan, where he made some very good points as well, I think, Tequila, and when he was with Martin Keown and Jim White this morning.
Yeah, I've seen
And
most of their stuff they put out this morning.
yeah,
I didn't watch the whole
I
show,
thought
but
I think it was very balanced, wasn't it? In a way, but I want to get into that. We're going to get into the match. You're going to show me and Tequila's play ratings as well. Yeah, Tequila's is interesting. Drum roll, everyone. And then we're going to go through a little bit of Tottenham transfer news, bit about Dane Scarlett coming back, and any rumours that I have found out there, guys. There's nothing about the moment. Our sources gone very quiet. I think our sources actually got depressed because he had to go and watch Tottenham. So I think he's still hiding.
no, he's
But
got
let's welcome.
he's got a lot of reason to be depressed, Demo, not just Spurs.
Yeah, he has. He
Yeah.
has. He's got the worst team in their history, apparently.
Yeah.
We are the worst team in the history. Guys, do you want to give this a plug to kill? I'm always doing it. You do. You got the Donald Trump voice, so do it in your best Donald Trump impression.
Okay. 1 sec. Doesn't matter which one I use, does it?
No, it
Private
doesn't.
Internet Access VPN is our channel sponsor, guys. Please use the following link, which I've given you there, to get yourself 2 years access plus 4 free months is the deal. 45 euros, I believe, Demo. I think it goes up to 50 when you add VAT, but still more or less half the price of most of the other VPNs. So if you are in the market for a VPN, get this one for half price. Then are we going to play the video later on? We'll probably play a video later
We'll
on.
play the video near the end and give it
At some
another bit of
point.
a plug. But it is the best. And as Donald Trump would say, Tequila, how would he say it?
Well, I'd say China, but that's not what you want me to say. That's the first word that comes to my mind. He'd also say they're eating the cats and the dogs. They're eating the cats, or he'd tell you to drink bleach if you've got COVID. That's also some more pearls of wisdom from him. Loads of pearls of wisdom from him.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, I shouldn't be. This is not meant to be a political channel.
Yeah, we're not making no. I'll tell you, you couldn't laugh, no cry, could you? Really, of yesterday and what's
but some of those, some of those things about it's so entertaining. I love Donald. It's just entertaining.
Yeah, I know. We did have a giggle when he did say. I think we both said it. We had to check it again. What he said. It was one of those moments in life where you press the rewind button on YouTube. Did he?
I know. I couldn't believe. I was watching. I just couldn't believe he said it. I was just like, did he just say he was great stuff, dude?
Imagine him chairman of Tottenham.
See, that would be entertainment. You see,
It would be. He'd probably end up managing the team himself.
oh yeah, he definitely would. 100%.
Oh, dude. Big up to Wilton, who lives in Miami. Big up, Wilton. How is it over in America today? Look pretty cold in Washington, actually. So let's know what it's like in Miami.
He lives in Miami. Lovely.
He does.
Lucky guy.
This man's a legend. He's one of the people that's up in Mount THFC till I die mountain. His face is up there. He's a legend of the channel. Big up to Carl the Truth Simpson. Coys for life for my sins. He says Donald Lane. You mean Donald Duck Lane? Don't go there where Trump. Wilton says the country's just about survived Boris Johnson. Don't worry, he could be making a comeback and all. We've got Carl the Truth Simpson says leaving the players all back Ange. New players have been promised. It's like the Twilight Zone. It is. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've seen it before. We've seen it before.
Many times.
Here's a happy not a happy Newcastle fan.
Well,
but
he won't be after
happy-ish.
the Bournemouth. He won't be after the Bournemouth game.
Can I just say how well Bournemouth played on Saturday? Actually, I watched that game. I was working. I watched it. I had it on me other monitor. I thought Bournemouth played absolutely brilliant Saturday. To be fair, I thought they were exceptional.
That's why I think I've decided that I want their manager.
But
That's
why would he want to come to Tottenham?
I don't know. Money is important to everyone. It is a career, and he would get significantly more than he's probably getting from us. Other than that, I haven't got an answer for you.
No, that's true. But no, big up to Anna Doors as well. Big up, Anna.
Hey, Anna.
Great to see you back. Lovely, great. I'm very happy to see you back. Well done. Carl Simpson's just gone for one. No, there isn't a one in sight, by the way.
I can't give him a one card as much as I'd love to because they were playing against other Premiership players.
Yeah. I also today you get to rate the manager as well, so maybe he might get a 1, or -1. Big up to Mr. Wayne Bonner, who is a member. If you do want to be like Wayne, hit that membership. It is very it would mean a lot to us, and there's a lot of members only stuff that's going to come out, guys. We try our best. We're not great at doing member stuff, I will admit that, but we're looking to improve and make sure there is member stuff. We're going to do members like Colin, once he gets time and get going, he's going to do a members only tactical show, which is only going to be for you members, and we're going to do some members only shows. So we've got that coming up. You just got the same text as I have from our source, by the way.
I didn't.
So do you want to read out what he's just? This is breaking news, by the way. So I will copy it and paste it. I'm sure we can use it. Just double check. You want to send your famous I tried saying that to him yesterday.
No, you can't. Yeah, he only lets me do it because he likes me so much. Apparently.
I know.
See what he
I
says.
just like how you speak to him. Actually, it's quite funny.
No, we have a good rapport.
Yeah, we do. We all do. The three of us do. Oh dear. Sorry, we've just seen one of our sources just replied to Tequila's question. It's quite funny.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Well, look, we'll sort out. Do you want to do Carl? Thank Carl. While I copy and paste that over to the banners. So Carl's been a member for 9 months. Thank you, Carl. Do you want to say anything to Carl Tequila?
Yeah, I've asked Carl to come on. He probably can't because I know that his daughter's probably there. But if you're free, Carl, come on. I want to hear what you got to say about Levy, because I know you're not as you're certainly not his biggest fan at the moment. So
no, but also 9 months, great support, isn't it? Really is fantastic, isn't it?
And he's always here as well. Carl, you're awesome.
Well, thank God for that.
Okay, 1 sec. He's actually putting a bit more news demo. 1 sec.
I know. I'm just copying and pasting it now. But yeah, do you want anything else you want to say to Carl?
Yeah, come on, Carl.
Yeah,
come on.
But no, thank you so much, Carl, for 9 months service and support, and the loyalty you show this channel is really humbling. So thank you so much. And 9 months. I know there's a lot of members. Wayne's been member over a year now, so it's Colin. A lot of members are coming up to a year anniversary. So 9 months. Thank you so much. It really means a hell of a lot to us, all of us. Big up to Mr. Wayne Bonner. Good evening, players. Hope you're all well. Have we signed all these players we're supposed to be bringing in to help Ange?
Funny you mentioned that, because we've got a couple of bits of news.
Yeah,
should I read out the news?
You can do. I got them ready. So go on, read out the Jonathan David one, and then I'll put it down across the bottom of the screen.
According to our source, Tottenham remain very interested in the Lille striker Jonathan David, and with his contract expiring in the summer, Spurs are set to be of course they're not in a rush. Why would they be in a rush? It's not like we're 15th. Why would we be in a rush? And try to get the deal over the line in the summer. So we're not even in. Okay, right. Well, well, that's the summer. That's great for the summer. Okay,
great for the summer. Absolutely fantastic.
And the second bit of
this
news,
one as well.
Yeah. Rashford to Spurs was never a goer. Not that I don't think that many of us wanted him, but apparently he wants a Barca move. That's okay. I want a night of just Grauber. Some things might happen, some things might not. He can want it all I want. Why would Barcelona want Rashford? Just saying.
I know, man. It is unbelievable. Where are we? Big up to Carl.
To answer your very quickly, Demi, to answer Wayne's question. No, we're not close to getting any players.
No. You want to hide the adult sites from your loved ones. Join the VPN. No one will catch you. Yeah, it's very good. Daniel Levy uses it quite often. Big up to Anna Davis. She's just rolling around the floor laughing, and the husband's looking at her. Why are you laughing, honey? It's just Dermatron and Tequila are so funny. You just have me pissing myself laughing. Even the dogs are looking at her going.
I'm happy that Anna can laugh. With how we're playing at the minute, all we've got is laughter. That's all we've got at the minute. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like watching the two Ronnies, isn't it? Levy and Ange.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Hale and Pace.
Or little and large. Boris Simrudu has got 4 stitches after Kyvan Lewin elbowed him during the match, but hopefully should be all good for the match against Hoffenheim. God, do we have another match coming up? Welton says it's cold and wet in Miami. Wow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. That makes me want to have to watch Miami Vice later. Carl says
Scarface,
yeah. I used to love Miami Vice. Always have done, always will do. My favorite TV show as a kid growing up. It's what happens when you have a good manager. Okay, so not winning since November. Winning only getting 5 points out of possible 18. Letting a side that hasn't scored in the last 3 games pump 3 by us for the first time, by the way, since 2018. I think they've been 3-0 up at home after the first half.
Yeah, it's like 9 years or something like that since they've scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
At home.
And then we're going away to a team on Thursday who haven't won in months. So don't worry, Dr. Tottenham's here to make you feel better. Don't be like me, for the love of God. Well, I am like you, Wayne. I'm past it. Tequila, go and save yourself, man. Go and save yourself.
No, see, I spoke to Wayne earlier in Jose's channel, and I know that Wayne's been drinking, mate. So he's already made me envious. I know he was at the pub earlier, and he didn't want to leave, is what he was telling me. You still at the pub, Wayne? Or have you finally left?
Yeah, if you're still at the pub, fair play to you. We'll come down and join you.
Yeah.
Wayne says, if Tequila won't do it, I will. 1.
I'm not going to live that down, am I?
No, you're not. It's still the best bit. It's still probably the best bit of YouTube this year so far, Tequila, that stream. It has to be. I would put that up for the best stream, the best play rating stream of the year. I prefer hot and wet. Maybe different thing, though. Yeah, I think it is slightly different. Please, Dermot, please just read them before you put them up on the screen. For the love of God, dyslexia is a bitch. I know it, and I can't stand it, but please try and do it. Oh, you bugger. The elders is with me, but we'll let you know when you go to sleep.
When I go to sleep?
Yeah, we'll let them know.
Bless you, Carl.
We'll let them know. Chill Music says, sack this Australian fraud now. Okay.
Again, I don't consider him a fraud. I understand Chili Music, what you mean, but I told you, he's not a fraud. He's a lot of things, but he's not a fraud because he said at the start.
How is he still in a job though, Tequila? To be fair,
yeah, but
other managers have been sacked.
A fraud is someone who, I think, is a liar. He's not a liar. He said that this is what he was going to do. He's going to play one way and not change. So because he said that, what, the 3 at the back stuff?
The 3. I want to ask you a question on that, Tequila. Right, fans have been calling for 3 at the back for months and months and months, right?
Who, damn?
Who's
been calling for 3 at the back?
You haven't. I haven't. I actually did the predicted lineup with 3 at the back. To be fair, as a laugh,
we haven't got enough fits. We haven't got enough fit centre halves to play 3 at the back.
So why did he go 3 at the back yesterday?
But I don't know. Why does he do half the things he does?
Look,
I mean, that's it, isn't it? This is what I mean.
Yeah.
Why does he do half the things he does?
I mean, look, we're not as bad as Man United. Look, Amarin has only had 2 wins since he's got to Old Trafford. And if you look at Man United, you look at Tottenham. This is going back to the 70s, like when we were languishing in the wrong half of the table. It really is, Tequila.
Yeah, he's on 1.09 points per game, dude. I mean, you couldn't write this stuff up. I mean, even so-called negative people like me, I had us finishing 6th, and I couldn't have dreamed that it would go this way. Right. I couldn't. So, not at all.
Look, the question beggared then. The questions to ask then. Look, we keep asking for managers to be sacked, right? So how am I trying? I said it on Dave's, and I'm trying to work out how I said it. There's a problem, but it isn't the managers. It isn't the players. It's not the coaches. Then there's only one person who it could be.
Yeah, but I think it's all of them. I think they're all culpable there, mate. The reason why Levy's got the most to blame is just because of the hierarchy. He's the man who puts in the director of football again. It's about delegation. He chooses the director of football, and then the director of football, we assume, chooses the manager. So again, so it's hierarchy. So Daniel Levy is the custodian, as you said at the start. So he ultimately is the most to blame. But you can't say that Postecoglou's doing as well as he should be with the resources he's got. And the players as well are underperforming also themselves. There's all reasons for this, of course, but there's plenty of. I think it's Sean Butler who talks about the blame cake. There's plenty of cake to go around when it comes to the faults. It's more or less everyone.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of people I give a pass to, and that's probably a couple of the younger players who I give a pass to. That's just
do you know what? Yesterday, I looked at it right, and I was doing the watch along, and I mean, I like this from Carl. Anne's been really funny. In that Anne says Ange is not a fraud; he's a stand-in PE teacher at best.
He does look like a PE teacher, to be fair.
Does actually, to be fair. And Wayne's response to Carl, "What the hell's the trophy? God knows, we've forgotten what one's like." Dermo. We're not as bad as Man. We're not as bad as Man United. Table suggests something else there, mate. I know you're above us. I'm just trying to be nice to myself. By the way, Colin, I have looked into Southampton. I've gone onto the Tottenham website. The prices should be on there, mate. I will try to sort out to get us 3 tickets. I'll sort that out. Do you think we might be going to Southampton game, the 3 of us?
Southampton, what, at home?
Yeah, THFC till I die out in.
Okay.
That'd be good fun. The lads on the lash.
Depends on our league position, don't we? We might be relegated by then. I'm joking.
We might be.
No.
Right. Do you want to go back into the game yesterday? Shall we revisit it very quickly?
Sure.
Right.
If we must.
Now, well, look, these are the stats, right? Let me take that off the bottom for you guys, right? I want to get back to that Jonathan David thing. I've got a few questions, actually. I want to ask you about that. And I've got a few questions in the chat in my little notebook. I've got my other monitor. But these are the stats. Look, Tequila, if somebody was to look at these stats, would they think, God, that was a really good game. That was a good game of football. It doesn't really tell the full story, does it? Stats do lie. I mean, look at them stats. You would think Tottenham had a fantastic game, just unlucky, I suppose.
Well, it's the thing about possession, isn't it? It's not generally how much of it you have; it's what you do with it, and we didn't do that much of it. I mean, we normally do have more possession than our opponents. There's a couple of exceptions, obviously, but more often than not, we do have more of the ball, don't we? It's just we don't seem to do enough with it.
Do you think we were wasteful? Was Sonny wasteful yesterday, do you think?
Yeah, I think if he puts that chance away, I think that could have actually changed because it would have forced Everton to come out a bit more. I think that could have actually changed the direction of the game. But that being said, Demo, we're so easy to score against.
Yeah,
that they easily could have come back into it. But you never know. But no, I mean it's ifs, what's hindsight's 2020, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I think yesterday Everton know how to fight. We didn't know how to fight. We're down there, we don't know what we're doing down there. Everton have got experience of being down there, so they know how to fight, how to dig in. We didn't want to get in, and you look at the players going over to the fans afterwards. And look, I've said it before.
Yeah, I know you wanted to talk about the stuff with Sonny. I know you did.
I thought the abuse Sonny and Ange got yesterday was unacceptable. I thought the abuse Ange got after the Bournemouth game was out of order as well. Now, and the abuse Sonny got. If I was near that fella yesterday, I would have clomped him one. And I hope he's woke up today, listened to that, and he's full of remorse. And I hope he sends an apology because as bad as Sonny has been, he's a club legend. I don't care what anyone says. Probably not captain material. I think he's too nice to be captain. But he should have never received that abuse. And I hope that man is found, he's charged, and the book's thrown at him. Because some of the things he said, I couldn't even repeat on here. If I said it on here, Tequila, I would be we'd be demonetized.
The video you sent me, I couldn't hear exactly what was being said, so I'm actually not sure. And obviously, I guess you can type it to me privately, but I'm not exactly sure what he said. I know that there was a lot of noise, and I know a lot of people were saying, all I heard, and this is the truth, is that someone was shouting to Sonny, lead by example, which that I think's okay. That is a critique of his football in the match. What I won't stand for, and what happened at Bournemouth, was when they were doing personal attacks on Ange, right? And even though I know that I've called him certain things, but I think that's crossing a line when you do the personal attacks. Start talking about his appearance. Start talking about his appearance. Start talking about where he comes from. Stuff like that. There's no real.
I mean, he put his hands in front of his face right at one point, and my heart just went out to him. I said, I just wanted to go out there and give him a hug.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No, it's not a nice thing to see, because Sonny's been such a legend, and yes, you're right. He's not captain material, and yes, he's not the player he was. And that's age. That happened. That's every single player that will ever exist. They will have a point when they start to decline. He is declining.
Yeah,
it's not his fault. It's age. No. Is it his fault we're in the state we're in? No.
No.
Does he play a role in the overall thing? Yes, but only so much. So why I don't think they should be signaling Sonny out.
James Maddison, I agree.
James Maddison, did you see his face? James Maddison's face. He looked absolutely furious. He probably went back to the dressing room and just started throwing shit. I know I would have.
Do you think this bust up between him and Ange, do you think that's real? Because I'm hearing from a few people, I heard Dave say it, and I've been meaning to ask our source, actually, is it real? But do you think there is tension there between themselves? And that's what I said yesterday. We had all this in the previous squad under Conte and Mourinho and Poch and Nuno. Do you think it's resurfacing its ugly head again, that little cliques within the dressing room? I know the news I got that the players are backing Ange to get the back Ange. So do you think little cliques, James Maddison is one of them, that's leading this little revolt against Ange Postecoglou, do you think? And that's why he looked angry yesterday? Or was he angry because we lost 3-2 to Everton?
It's hard to know, because obviously none of us are in there. We don't know how united the dressing room is. We've heard from people that Ange doesn't actually get that involved with the players. No. He actually is quite hands off. So maybe Maddison comes across to me as he's got a bit of an ego on him. I mean, he's a very talented player, so it's okay to have a bit of an ego. But he probably I would like to think that he will take responsibility for his own performances, but it could be that maybe he feels like he's being played out of position. We've talked about the fullbacks getting in the way and taking up his space. Well, at least I don't know if you and me have talked about it, but I've certainly heard a lot of people talking about him not being able to find space, so he's got to drop deep. That's not his game. So he probably feels that he should be playing behind the striker, right, in his best role, and he probably feels that his overall game is being hindered. Does he blame Ange for that? We don't know, but it is Ange who's putting him there. It's Ange's system, isn't it?
It is. It is.
I wouldn't like to think it's anything more than that. I'd hope it wasn't anything like personal. If you get my drift, I hope it's about football, but we don't know.
I mean, Anna said here, before we get to another bit of news, I do want to read out the news from our source. I'll let you read them out today, Connor. You've got the sort of John Motson, Barry Davies sort of voice for it.
No, I don't, mate.
You do. You are. Believe me, guys, behind the scene, I've done private watch along. This is John Motson reincarnated. He is brilliant.
I'm afraid it's not great news again for us, guys. That Tottenham won't go in. News. Yeah, Tottenham won't go in for Garnacho this window. It looks like he wants to go to Napoli, which is obviously our old manager. Conte's there, and they're in first, I believe, first or second in Italy, so they're doing well. Looks like he wants to go to Napoli as things stand, unless something with the deal falls through. 55 million is the touted price. Garnacho has apparently agreed terms with them, so it looks like he could be going to Italy. It's weird though. I thought Italy didn't have any money. That's quite. I consider that still a lot of money. I don't know if that's because they had a lot of money anymore in today's world, for football players. But
do you know what that'd be near enough? I think 60-something million euro.
Yeah, and I thought Italy had no money. I thought the Italian
had no
teams
money either.
had no money.
Just on the Sun. Sorry, go ahead. Go on.
No, he's a good player. I would have liked him at Spurs. I know a United fan we both know doesn't rate him that much, but I'm at the point, Dermo, when it's just like, can we just get somebody in, please? And I think Garnacho is better than our other wingers. Just got to be honest.
I tell you what, we'll be here deadline day, you and me and Colin and probably Jordan and Boris and Carl. We all talking, and we'll get to 5 to 11, and then we'll get a signing. We'll sign probably Fraser Campbell for Man United again.
It'll be an 18-year-old lone player that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah. Anne says, token of Sunday, awful abuse he got after the match from the fans was uncalled for. I agree.
Yeah.
What abuse? First I've heard.
There's videos out there, Wayne.
Yeah, you've got. Can you send the video to Wayne?
Well, what you said? Well, no, I don't. I can't send it to him directly. I can put it into the chat.
Yeah, we need to get Wayne in our group chat. Actually, Wayne, we need to add you to that. Actually,
yeah.
And we're gonna. I tell you what, we do set up a. We have got a THFC channel group, and so all your members are invited to that. So we'll get that sorted out in the next couple of days. I don't know what happened. I had to switch off in anger by then. And it says, I understand being aggro with the coach or owner, but individual players is off limits. They were cheating, and Anakin Skywalker.
That's another word. I don't know if you want me to say it or not. She's misspelt it.
Well, yeah, I know. That's why I said Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite clever, Bobby, but not really that clever. These fans would get a club ban if I was in charge. Unacceptable. Football's a game, no more, no less. Absolutely true. Poor bloke for having to go through that abuse, and he's a top 10 tournament player. True.
Yeah.
Seeing Sonny walking away crying, and it crushed me as well.
No, it was bad. It was bad to see. If it would have been another player, maybe I would have been a little bit harsher. But because it's Sonny, because he comes across as such a nice lad, and he's given us so many years of service, you just don't want to see it, do you?
No, I wanted to go out and hug him. Do you know that Sonny's like that, isn't he? Sonny's the sort of player you just want to go out and give a hug to.
But that's why he's not. That's why he's not a good captain material, because he is that kind of player, and you don't want that from your captain. You want somebody who's a bit harder, don't you? That's the way it is.
Yeah, it is. Seeing Sonny walking away crying crushed me. Wayne says some of our fan base have turned into a toxic Arsenal fans when they've wanted Wenger out. Absolutely pathetic. Well, look, some of them are already there well before the Wenger out started, so you know what I'm talking about. Apparently, there isn't an issue with Madison and Ange. It's all paper talk. He was angry with the result. Okay.
Wayne's been very brave. I will take your email, though, Wayne. Because I've been trying to get you to contact me for ages.
Yeah, we've been trying to get him on
nobody send Wayne any spam, guys.
No.
He's taking
but we've been trying to get Wayne on the channel, actually. So that's actually get him on now. For a show. Anna Davis, we have too many players playing out of position. This is spot on. Son is aging, managing in his gameplay is Ange's job. He could bring him in behind the striker, lowering his run rate. Do you know what, Anna? I think that's spot on, and I think the way we're treating Sonny is unacceptable. And also, I think he's missing Harry Kane. To be fair, I think him and Kane had that telepathic link up, and I think he's missing Kane. So I'm surprised he didn't go before we got this extension, that he didn't actually decide to go to Bayern Munich. Do you know?
No, I mean, those two were such a great partnership, dude. We knew that Sonny wouldn't be able to. We knew. We didn't want to admit it, I think, but we knew that he was going to miss Kane, bruv. Wayne, I've deleted your message. I've taken the information, but I've deleted it.
Yeah. Solomon, I watched Solomon yesterday or Saturday or yesterday. He was outstanding for Leeds, and he has been that. So why can we not get him back?
Yeah, Carl said the same thing to me earlier on. Yeah, he's put it in the chat again.
Isn't
Why can't
transfer
we?
not? No,
don't
it's
know.
not. The Liverpool game's on the 6th because it's the day after my birthday. On the 5th, by the way, guys, just let you know. And
He's expecting presents from everyone now.
I'm expecting memberships and people to be nice to us in the channel and become members.
Oh, you've
That'd
gone
be
really
great.
quiet, Dermo. You better check your mic, bruv. Unless you can all hear him and I can't.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
You, chat, is it? Can you hear him as well? If one of you don't mind asking me to make sure it's not on my end.
I'm sure my mic's okay. We can hear.
Give me a sec then, dude. I can't hear you.
All right, you go out and come in or do what? Yeah, it's on the 3rd. It's on the 3rd deadline day. It's on St. Bridget's Day over here, which is a bank holiday. Yeah, and then we play Liverpool on the 6th. So that is that. Big up to Rain. Okay, there you go. I get the frustration with some fans, but goddamn, taking it out on players who's been, I know it's ridiculous. Delete the message after you've taken it. Big up, Carl. Wilton says, I can accept the team being abuse, but not an individual sport. We can all have bad moments, but it's unforgivable when the whole team does not play well. Absolutely, Wilton. Man of knowledge and the man of incredible. He's just a legend. He's just a legend. For me, Sonny is a sub-impact player now. I agree, Carl. I think so.
Yeah.
Solomon won't come back because of the politics and the fans abusing him. Look, it was the same back in '82 when Odilis and Ricky Villa were getting abused because of the Falkland Islands. And Ozzy had to go and play in France. And Keith Birkinshaw had to drop Villa from the day of the cup final because of the abuse he would have got from the QPR fans. It doesn't matter where you're from or what you're doing. And this is what gets me about football now. It's that people don't have any boundaries. Years ago, there was a certain line you didn't cross. All right, we all had there was always abuse from the fans, and some of it racial abuse, which we've been trying to drive out of the game for years. But I think there was a line you probably didn't cross. But football doesn't seem to have them morals. Look at the players in the black players in the 80s, how much abuse they got.
It's just it's to do with culture, Demo. I mean, it's a big thing that we could talk about for hours. To be honest, it's a culture thing, and to be honest,
there's a show in that, I think.
Yeah, but there's only it's only a small amount of individuals. Like most people don't do it, but there's like 5% of people who just do, and I actually understand why the club have shipped Solomon out. It shouldn't be that way. It's not for the right reasons. I don't think it's for football reasons at all. I think as Carl's put there, I think that we want no part of the trouble that could happen. We want no part of it. So we've washed our hands of him because the poor lad of where he comes from. Not.
Look, I got my own views on what's happening in that part of the world. You may have different views on it. Because I'm Irish, I have a different view on it completely. But he's my player, and I'm going to support that player. I don't care if he's from there or from Greenland or from
most people are going to be like you, Demo. But like I say, there's that 5% of people. It might not even be 5%. It might be 2% of people who are gonna say the worst things you could imagine, and they
haven't got a brain cell to rub together.
And they could be influenced by drink, and they could be influenced by more than drink. I understand. I don't like it, but I understand why. But I don't like it.
I understand why, but it's something that shouldn't happen. Anne says, I remember that Ricky Villa was gutted. He was gutted, and you're right. I know he was right. Ozzy said he felt he was driven out against his will. when they left, we did suffer. We certainly did. We missed them. And then Ozzy and Villiers weren't responsible for the Falklands. Just a case of sport and politics not mixing. Chill says Solomon has been supporting public certain nations, so it would be worse abuse.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's allowed his views as well, but I mean, I'd shut up if I were him. That's me.
I would,
because of the position, unfortunately, because he is going to be in the public
do you know
eye.
what? You've hit that nail straight in the head. I don't think. Look, you go back to the 60s, Muhammad Ali, how vocal he was around that time, and sportsman, and I suppose he was the first probably sportsman to speak out on political or what was happening in his country. I understand that they do have a right, but I think there's a time and place for that. And I don't think if you're a sportsman, you're going to have to remain neutral in your opinions. What you think privately shouldn't be brought into the public domain. And look, we all condone violence. We all condone whatever is happening around the world. And hopefully the world can now get to be at peace again, and we can all heal. And we can all get on as human beings. We're all the same people at the end of the day, from different cultures or different ways of life. We're still human beings at the end of the day. So I don't know why we can't all get on. I think this world's had enough of war and enough of fighting each other. And it's like football. You look at the years gone by with all the football hooliganism that went on, Tequila, and you look at Heysel and you look at Hillsborough and you look at the other disasters that have happened in football over the years. And somebody said to me the other day, the 1950s was the best time to be a football fan. And it's shocking that we went through years of hooliganism. We went through the Heysel, which was Hillsborough. I think Hillsborough, for me, Tequila, if we're going to talk about football, and I think that was the biggest impact for me on people trying to blame other people for what happened when it wasn't their fault. And I feel football has come a long way since then. The stadiums have got better. Families can go to games now. So in a way, football has improved, but we've never really dealt with a problem, have we, at hand, which is the racial abuse that fans will give players. And we've never really dealt with it, have we? And the FA and the Premier League have put in so many different, like bending of the knee or kick out racism, but nothing's ever worked, Tequila. So what
I'm
do you feel?
I'm not sure it ever can. I'm not sure it ever can, Dermo, to answer the question.
I think you're right. And it's wrong, though, isn't it? You should be able to go to a game.
But you're not going to do it via the FA, or the club's not going to do it. The people who are going to do it is, like I say, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but parenting. A lot of it's going to come from the parents, how you're raised.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I said, I don't want to get into it too much. But
no, we'll end it with this. Do you feel fellows fans should have a responsibility as well to call out other fans, or go to a steward and say, "Look, he's being whatever." It's down to them, isn't it?
Well, because we're in such a bad run of form, I would have liked to have thought that there was fans around some of the stuff who were around some of the people who were saying that stuff to Sonny, that some of them would have called them out, but I'm not sure that's what happened. So that disappoints me a little bit, because everyone's so unhappy that, and then you've got to think about there being kids around as well. I mean, there's a lot of swearing and stuff, and like I say, it's a rabbit hole. I don't know if you want to go down, but there may be
it's not. Maybe it's a show we can do probably one time, Tequila. I think it's worth talking about. I think there is a discussion there, but I think it's for another time or another place. But look, we can all agree Sonny should not have happened yesterday, and I hope that person is found and is punished with the right punishment, because that was unacceptable. I want to say big up to the perfect match, big up to Kate. Hi Dermot, hi Tequila, big up Kate as well. Big up Kate, seeing you in. we live in a multicultural society. You have to realize sometime your opinions will hurt people. That's true. That's true. That is so true. Big up to everyone. Now, Tequila, these are your player ratings, not a 1 in sight. I am deadly shocked. Maybe a 1. What do you rate the manager?
I'll give him a 2 because at least he tried. At least because look, you can't criticize him for never trying something different, right? He's tried something different. I don't really understand what he was trying to do, but he tried to do something different. So I guess you have to give him, okay, well, at least he tried to do something different. I don't know what that was. Playing 3 at the back when we've got so little centre halves. I mean, okay.
So do you want to go through your player ratings?
Yep. One sec, because I bring them up for me. One sec, bear with me, Dermo.
While you're doing that, I've got a bit of news as well we can break.
Go on then.
Tottenham are keen to add Greek sensation striker Stefano Tamanaz. Maybe Kate can tell me if I've done that correctly. This is a 19-year-old striker who already has 11 goals and assists in 15 games for Nuremberg. So that's who Tottenham are actually keen to add at the moment. Yeah.
Came from Germany again.
Yeah, another Germany international.
Right, so my player rating.
Yeah, what's your player rating, sir?
Right, so I've given Kinky, I've given him a 6 out of 10. I thought he was okay. I don't think he was amazing. Obviously, he let in 3 goals. So this record that he had has already been, it's obviously had 4 games now. So it's 2 clean sheets. Don't blame him particularly for it, but I don't think he was amazing either. I've given Dragusing a 3. I thought he was really poor. I'm starting to think he was a club signing and not an Ange signing because I really don't think he fits his system that much.
Yeah,
he seems to be struggling big time. I've given Gray a 5, which I don't think it was that harsh. I don't think he was particularly great. Pedro Porro's a 4. He needs to be rested. I agree with what Jose was saying the other day. He needs a break, dude. I've given Spence a 6. I thought he was one of our better players. I've given Davis a 5. I've given Sarr a 4. I don't want to see Sarr in the team again. You might think I'm being harsh. I know that he's a young player.
I don't think you are.
I don't see what other people see in him. I never really have. He's got a good engine, which he does, but I don't see what he does that well. So so maybe it's me just missing something. I don't see what other people do with Sarr. I just don't see it. Sorry.
No.
Bergvall, I've given a 6. Kulu, I've given a 7. He's my man of the match for Spurs. I think him or more. Mainly, I've given him a 7 for his great goal and that little flick he did. Do you know that little flick he did?
Yeah.
You know the one I'm on about.
Oh, that left me with a bit of a semi, to be fair.
Yeah. So that little moment of brilliance that you can have. Maddison, I've given a 5. Again, another quiet game from him. Son, I have to give a 5 as well because he just missed that easy chance. If he would have scored that, I probably would have given him a 6 or 7. And as for the subs, unless I've missed someone out, I've given Richie a 6. Sorry, no, Richie a 5. My bad. I don't think he did that much. He did an air shot as well. If you remember that part. And I just had my head in my hands. And Moore I've given 8. So no, yes, I have made Moore my man of Spurs' best player. Is it because I picked him to start when nobody else did in our predictions? Maybe. So I felt like I gave myself a little pat on the back because he was our best player.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm at that stage there, where in the league matches, if there's nothing to play for in the league, then let's play all of our youngsters. Let's use this so it's not a total waste. So I want to see as many youngsters as possible. If it doesn't matter in the league, then let's blood as many bloody youngsters as we can. So I think I said one demo, unless I've missed somebody out.
It's good, actually good. These are mine. I've gone for 8 for Kinksky. I thought some of the saves yesterday really kept us.
You gave him 8, really? See, I
gave him an 8. Yeah, I thought he was outstanding yesterday.
Okay.
I thought he's one of our better players.
I didn't watch the second half, and I'll be honest and tell you that I didn't watch the second half. I had to watch the highlights. I didn't watch the second half live, dude.
No, that's
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I'd give Archie Gray a 6. Dragus a tree. I thought he's dreadful yesterday. Yep. And Ben Davis, who was only supposed to play an hour and had to play the full game because he's just come back. I gave him a 5. I've given Pedro Porro a 4. I thought he was useful. I've given Burfield a 7. I thought he was fantastic, by the way. Papasav give a 3. Jed Spence a 6. Then for the front three, I've given Kulu a 7. He's my man of the match. I struggled between him and Bergville for man of the match, but I decided to give to Kulu because he scored a goal. Sonny a 3. Captain, fantastic. Please, please, please just respect the man, the legend that is Sonny. And I've given Madison the useless piece of footballer. Just go back to Leicester. Just go back to Leicester and do us all a favour. I've given him a 4 as well. Oh shit! No, so I wasn't supposed to show that. Do you want to look? I did a thumbnail for a show this week, and that was a private joke between you and me, wasn't it?
I asked him to do it. It's my fault.
Yeah, but I forgot to put it at the end of the thing. Damn. At least it's made you laugh. Look, I got a question, right? Let me go through chat. I got one question right from my little. Wayne did ask, little notebook or a little black book? It's actually a notebook, but I do have a little black book. Yes, nobody gets that by me.
Oh no,
I'm giving it to Tequila for Christmas this year.
Yeah, I need it more. I need it more than you do, dude.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Another teenager we need experience. Carl says he's a good player. I've seen him play. I am desperate for proven players who are older. Yep. Steve D, big up Steve. Steve, the dangerous man. He says, no, we haven't anymore. Can we buy a player whose balls have dropped already? Yeah.
You should have read that.
Mia free. Anna says, yeah, another teenager prospect. Why do we never buy a current player already up to speed for the Prem? Or am I asking too much? I think you're asking too much. I think you are, to be fair.
You probably already know the reason we do, Anna. It's called buying young and then selling for high.
It's called club. It's called club business.
It's called assets. It's called buying club assets. That's how probably Danny Boy sees it.
Has Danny Boy not got a bigger asset called Tottenham Hotspur? We're not a football club, by the way.
Not really.
Gray, Bergville, Spencer Moore were my picks for best plays. Gray, Anna Davis, I've asked the same question. Maybe we have high expectations. Maybe. Carl says, cheers, Demo. Monday breaking news. I didn't know I needed. Well, there you go. More breaking news. Tequila is the man of mystery. And some say he is Daniel Levy. He just comes in here to keep an eye on this Tottenham channel. Who knows? Anna says, Kula has dug us out of some holes, but he's not consistent in Armageddon. He shows spurts of good play and sometimes goes missing. So seems scared to shoot. I think he's knackered. I think he's absolutely out on his feet. It's bad when a 17-year-old substitute is our best player. Yeah. That kid will be something else. We will be 1-1 Wolves with the Wolves game. Yeah. I went to Ange, has everyone back, and then I would judge. Not sure I can agree with the assessment of Sarr. It's been hard for young players to command the midfield by himself. Apparently, Matt Doherty's on fire for Wolves, apparently.
They bring him back. We need somebody to rotate with.
I don't want him playing for Ireland either. I've seen him playing for Ireland for years. Don't want him back. Read that one. We need consistency for more experienced players. Exactly. Anna's agreeing Wilton 100%. One time, half time. The player I'm disappointed was Basumo. He's a clown. And then that's what I should have put the clown's face on, by the way. We buy players to fit within the race structure, but this is how we don't progress. We're just stagnating. We are stagnating. So my question to you is, Tequila, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would a post-Levy Tottenham look like in terms, now this is true, in terms of culture, ambition, and competitiveness? So where do you want to start? The culture, the ambition, or the competitiveness? Sorry about saying that word wrongly, by the way.
Start with the competitiveness. It's
Yeah, okay. So what would a post-Levy, and that's for you in the chat as well, what would a post-Levy Tottenham look like?
I wouldn't put unrealistic expectations that I would consider. So, like, oh, we've got to win a trophy every year, or we've got to be, we've got to win something every year, because that doesn't happen for most clubs. Very few clubs win something every year. There's one or two, but I think we've got to be in the conversation, and it's also about also putting up a good fight. I think that's a big thing. So, does that mean that we need to win something like once every 5 years or so? I think if you said that to me, that once every 5 years we win a trophy, for example, I think that would be acceptable. I think for most people, I could be wrong. Maybe some people would want something every year. I'm not sure how realistic that is. And as I can't remember who it was said to us the other day, that isn't actually our history. We're not actually a club really that does win something every year. We've always won stuff and kind of in gaps, isn't it? I know there was a couple of seasons, obviously, in the 60s where we kind of were quite dominant. But overall, if you look at our history, we've never been that club. But
we were in the 60s, 70s,
yeah. So I mean, if you said to me that we'll win a couple of trophies every decade, I think that most people would take that. Don't ask me what the trophies would be. Of course, it would be obviously the most, we've only won the league. How many times have we won the league, Dermo? Twice, isn't it?
Twice, 51 and 61.
Yeah.
We actually won 3 league titles. We've won the second division in 49-50, the league in 50-51, and the league 60-61. Yeah,
so we've never been, we've been more known as a cup team throughout our years. That doesn't mean that can't change. Of course it does. But I think that realistically, if you said that we're going to be competing for trophies and then we win one every 5 years or so, every 4 or 5 years, I think that would be amazing, considering that, what the competition is. That would be what I would ask for, rather than
I would too.
25 years. Rather than 1 in 25 years, which is just...
I mean, it's shocking, isn't it? We've only won 1 trophy this century.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Mind you, that's one more than Newcastle have won. It's probably... I mean, Wigan have won an FA Cup, and teams like that have won more FA... I mean, when we last won the FA Cup, we won it the most time out of anybody in 91. And now we're 4th with Chelsea, and I forget the other team, on 8. Look, a post-Levy for me would be someone that came in that recognised our history, recognised the players of the past, recognised our start putting statues or naming stands after managers and players. Somebody that will come in and back a manager and run it like a football club. Forget the business side, like Anna said in the chat. Back the manager, and go for it. We've always been Tottenham Hotspur. Look, we didn't. The people that named Tottenham Hotspur could have named it Tottenham City or Tottenham United, but we named it Tottenham Hotspur to be different, to be daring, to be different. You look at the books on Harry Hotspur, the daring of Harry Hotspur. He was a bit like the Robin Hood at the time, like, and. You had an ideal to look into. You look at the 60s, the double side. We were the best team in the world for a 2-3 year period. You look at the early 70s side on the Bill Nick. Bill Nick built 3 great sides: the early 60s, the 67 Cup final side, and then the early 70s. And people say now about, we've lost Harry Kane, but people in the 60s lost Jimmy Greaves. Probably the greatest striker the world has ever known. But They had Martin Shivers to take over for him. We didn't have anyone to take over from Harry Kane. So
No foresight, really, was there? No plan.
no foresight, no nothing. So I want a club that believes in the club's values. I want an owner to come in that believes in today is to do. Put us first, put the fans first. Daniel Levy, he's all great with business. And this is why I keep going back to Alan Sugar. Alan Sugar got hounded out of the football club. But he did more for us than Levy's done in 20 odd years. I don't know if people like Anna or Wayne would agree with me, but I think Alan Sugar, I think he deserves more credit than Daniel Levy ever does, because Alan Sugar didn't know nothing about football, but he knew that man, that traitorous son of a bitch, was leaving us to go to them. He saw straight away he was going to leave for nothing, and they wouldn't listen to him. As much as we all love Terry Venables, he got rid of him for a reason within the football club. But he saved our club. He saved our club. He kept top. If it wasn't for him, David Tesco's built or where White Hart Lane is now. So you look at Daniel Levy, supposed to be the great modern chairman. Please tell me what Daniel Levy has done. We built a fantastic stadium. It was supposed to be built to make us the most dominant team in Europe. We're 15th in the Premier League. Daniel Levy's brought us nothing but heartache, sadness, frustration, anger, and disappointment. Do you know? And as much as people slag off Alan Sugar, and yes, he made mistakes. Yes, he wasn't the perfect chairman. You look at Ivan Scholar; he wasn't the perfect chairman. Nearly bankrupted us, but he couldn't run a bloody party in a brothel. To be fair, Ivan Scholar. But at least Alan Sugar put his money in his pocket and put his money where his mouth was. He wasn't perfect. He was a businessman, but he tried to run the football club like a football club. And Daniel Levy's come in with one view and one view only. I'm an investment manager. I want to make as much money on my investment as possible. And you look, we can look at them lot down the road, Tequila. We look at Chelsea. We look at Liverpool. We look at West Ham. You look at fucking other teams. West Ham have won the trophy. They won a European trophy.
Yeah, I know. Sucks, doesn't it?
Do you know, Chelsea under Abramovich, do you know, he didn't agree with him, do you know, and you look at Man City as well. Don't agree with that, by the way. Well, look at the Glazers. I'm sure Colum will have different views on this, but they've been successful under the Glazers. They've won trophies, haven't they?
Well, success is relative. Like to us, yes. Like we'd killed to have Man United's recent success.
Yeah.
Two cups in 2 years. We'd all die for that. That would be amazing for us. But they're obviously, because they were so used to, especially under Ferguson, they were so used to being so bloody dominant. They see that as a come down. So success is relative, Dermo, isn't it? That's the thing.
It is
a little bit.
I mean, you look at Pochettino, right? I call Pochettino a loser, and I've always mean that in tongue in cheek. By the way, I'm not serious in saying it, but there is a bit of facts behind it that he could never get over the line. I always have said that maybe I've mellowed on that appointment, that maybe if he had somebody more experienced next to him, maybe he would have got over the line. But look at the ride we went under with Pochettino. Get him back to the club, for Christ's sake. He's the only one that knows us.
He's the only one. He's the only one that's managed to work under this system. I've said it before. That I think there's a certain manager archetype that works for us. We have to find whoever the next one is, and I don't really have that answer for you. I told you I'm sweet on the Bournemouth manager, but I can't sit here and say to you that he's going to come in, and you know as well as I do, Dermot, there's a good chance that whoever we bring in, more than a good chance, it's very likely they'll have a similar thing to most of the managers. We'll have a manager bounce at the start. Be half decent. Everyone will be behind them for 6 months or so, and then the next season will start. we won't do any good transfers, or the manager won't get the players he really wants, and then we'll start fading, and then the fans will turn on the manager, rinse and repeat. We know this is what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to go through some of the comments here, and then I got
Lots
one
of
question,
good stuff in the chat, Demo.
yeah, there is. It's been a really good chat show tonight. I've really enjoyed this, by the way.
Yeah.
So where do we start? We'll start with Anna here. Anna says, post Levy Tottenham, less focus on the business side and more on the team, please. Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wayne says, better than Levy in charge. We've got Carl saying, without Levy, a club that want to win, without Levy, a club that want to win, a club that knows they are number one, and a club that knows they can reach for the stars when is it bloody happening? Gerard says we should have bagged a trophy every decade. That was our history. Yeah. You look at it, right? I want to say something, right? 1951, league champions. 61, FA Cup league champions. 62, FA Cup. 63, Cup Winners' Cup. 67, FA Cup. 71, League Cup. 72, UEFA Cup. 73, League Cup. 74, UEFA Cup runners-up. 1981, FA Cup. 1982, FA Cup. 1982, League Cup finalists, League Cup runners-up. 1984, UEFA Cup winners. 1991, FA Cup winners. From the 50s to the 90s, at the start of every decade, we won something. And then at the end of the century, 1999, we won a trophy. And then that was it. Levy takes over. We'll have to wait to 2008 to win a trophy. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
It's because the focus was on where the money lies, and the money doesn't lie in the domestic cups. The money lies in the Champions League. And you don't even qualify. You don't even qualify for the Champions League by winning the cups. So why would Enoch care? See, this is the thing I've never understood with Levy, is that the approach he seems to have taken is that it's Champions League or nothing. Whereas if you win other trophies, you raise your profile by how much successful you are. So technically, you would then build your fan base around the world globally now, especially with the Premiership's reach, and that is also a source of income as well. If we if we were more dominant than we were, and we were winning more than we would, and we were winning much more trophies, the player base in the world, like you'd attract newer fans, especially in countries where football's new, like in America, and you know what I mean, where it's growing. So that's another way of you expanding your clientele and your clients, and which will give you more revenue, because you're going to get more people buying the shirts, more people watching on TV. So there's different ways of growing, you know. But he just seemed to, at least initially, he just seemed to chase the Champions League for so long, and that's all it was about. And it was neglect. So we neglected everything else regarding the cups, and everything else was all neglected just for the pure purpose of getting into the top four. It seems this is why it's a little baffling this year with
why
Ange,
he's standing by Ange,
because were we lucky to be in Europe at all? You can forget the Champions League. You can probably forget the Europa as well, unless we win one of the cups.
You can forget Europe, full stop. I think, Tequila.
I think, I agree. Yeah, I think
I've already put that out of my head. We're not in Europe next season.
Yeah, which you would think would be a disaster for a club of Tottenham's stature regarding their branding. But as we've said before, because of this stadium, if we're still getting Beyonce in the NFL, I don't think he cares anymore. That scares, by the way, that scares the hell out of me. The fact that
scares the hell out of me as well.
He might not care anymore about even finishing in Europe anymore.
Yeah.
So then what are we doing then? What are we doing then?
I said the football side is the football club's dead. It's been dead. It's plain and clear to me that the football side's dead. The club is dead, buried. Rest in peace. I always said yesterday was my watershed moment.
Well,
that was my watershed moment yesterday.
It's incredibly worrying.
I'm sorry I'm late to the party.
No, it's all right as long as you get there in the end, mate. It's incredibly I'm quite worried to see, because it feels like you get used to the kind of like leopard never changes his spots, right? So something's changed this year, and I don't really understand it. And this is obviously 20 years of Enix ownership, so something's changed. I don't understand it.
See, I can remember very rare. I can just about remember the Bermans and the Richardsons, and then I remember the Scholar years, and then I remember the Sugar years. If I could go back and tell my younger self now what it's going to be like after Sugar leaves the club, I think I would have given up following football. To be fair, or gone and support somebody else. But look, Tottenham's my club. I'm never going to support anyone else.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way, Dermo.
No.
You know that.
No, that's why we've named the channel Tottenham Till We Die, because that's what we will be, Tottenham Till We Die. Let's face it, do we need constant Twitter update about sponsorship deal with a Korean bakery or a new deal on sponsored seats or news about the team? Or we're building a fucking hotel. She also went down to say, she's also goes on to say, it's been 5 years for God's sake, and he's still messing about with the naming goddamn rights.
Don't get that either.
I mean, this is the official line Tottenham have taken on Ange Postecoglou, by the way. They will continue to try and support him through this difficult period.
What does that mean, dude? What do you think that means? Try and support him with what? Giving him a shoulder to cry on? Are they going to provide therapy for him?
Is Levy going into his office and giving him daily?
Giving him yeah. You can picture it. He's going in there. He's just giving him a hug every morning, Dermo. That's the support he's getting.
I don't know if I can read unofficially. I don't think I can, but unofficially it's a bit different from officially.
Yeah.
You can imagine Levy and Ange having a group hug in the morning, can't you? Like an hour's coffee group morning, like.
Yeah, they have these therapy sessions with Levy and Ange every night.
Now, Ange, how do you feel today? And Daniel, let's hear your feelings on the matter. You know, for fuck's sake, grow a pair of balls and buy players. That's helping a manager. And look, you can say one about Ange Postecoglou, but again, he's not being backed, Tequila. He's not being helped. So he technically is managing with one hand tied behind his back. I went back to see what he did at Celtic. There's players up at Celtic that would suit this Spurs team down to a T. How long have I been saying to you about Kyogo up in Celtic?
Yeah. He'd be a good player.
And Scott Brown, and the midfielder as well up there. I forget his name off the top of my head, but two or three players.
With him, I heard that he had a falling out with Ange. Don't quote me on that. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I did hear that. Maybe that's the reason for that one.
I knew I couldn't say the unofficial part, but I wish I could, but it is funny. It's just the way our source put it. He put officially
I'm reading it now. Bless you.
Big up Steve D says, impossible to say, but it would be nice if to stop buying bargain buckets and start to spend to dine out properly. Exactly. Gerard says the reason Levy won't name any stands after a manager because it's that long since we won a trophy. Most of the fans can't remember any winning manager because most of the fans and ex-managers are dead. Well, Bill Nick is Mr. Tottenham. I am sorry. I draw the line at this one. Bill Nicholson's Mr. Tottenham. He is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Arthur Rowe is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Steve Perriman, Graham Roberts, Danny Blanchflower, Jimmy Greaves.
I don't think they care,
Brown.
don't they? I don't think they
I know
care.
people don't care, and it pisses me off.
I'm not saying people don't care. I don't think ENIC or the board care.
I know they don't, and it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Look at Liverpool. Look at Man United. Dennis Law passed away. Great striker. Great player. Legend, right? He's got 2 statues up at Old Trafford. Not one, but 2. He's got the Holy Trinity one with him, Charlton and Best. And he's got one of his own. They've got a massive statue of Sir Alex Ferguson and Matt Busby up there. Liverpool have the Shankly Gates. Have a statue of Bob Paisley. Fucking Newcastle haven't won anything since the 50s. Have a fucking statue of Alan Shearer. I'm Bobby Robson, for Christ's sake.
No,
Daniel Levy is the biggest
I can't
damn
defend
white
it.
dickhead going. I look, it could be the loveliest man walking. He'd probably go out and have a few pints with them. Can be a great crack.
No, he'd make you pay. He'd make you buy a drink for him. He wouldn't pay for your drink.
You know, I don't know the man. I don't know the man. But for me, he has. If he had a brain cell in his bald-headed head, he would think about the history of this football club. And I get why the young fans don't want to know about history, because it's not being taught to them. Do you know what I mean? You know me, Tequila. I'm the biggest one for history going. I'm probably a bigger buff on Tottenham history than you are, or Column it, or Carlos. I'm probably the biggest one out of the lot of us.
You are. Yeah, you are. You are.
But it means something. It was the stadium, and what really pisses me off, they built the stadium upon White Hart Lane, right? On top of White Hart Lane. So why not name the fucking stadium White Hart Lane? It's not fucking brain science. You don't need to go to college or university and get a fucking degree in it. It's common fucking sense. Oh shit.
Yeah, but I think that Levy probably. I don't know why he hasn't done the naming rights, but I think probably one of the reasons is probably that he wants to sell the club, and overall he wants to sell the club, and that adds more value to it, because it's like, oh yeah, and then you can get a big sponsor to come and sponsor the stadium.
I don't want sponsors, Tequila. I want my football club, not a I don't want to go to the Durex fucking Hotspur.
Yeah, but they all do that, though, don't they, Dermo? They all do that. Emirates.
What do they expect us to go and watch a match and to go and lie outside the stadium on pretend beds and have a cigarette? Like, do you know what I mean?
Why did you have to go for Durex Stadium?
It's just what came into my head. I'm sorry, but Daniel Levy would probably like to be sponsored, but then put sponsored beds outside the stadium so all the fans could just lie in the bed and have a cigarette. Like,
probably.
Oh Lord, sorry. I could have thought of something better.
Quickly on the transfer thing, Dermo, I just want to say is that again, I'm not. I don't want to put myself in the fact.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Go on, you got news to break, Tequila. You're doing it well tonight, actually. Go on, you got news to break. Under the unofficial part.
Yeah, he hasn't said if he's.
I think we can.
We can.
I think we can. He hasn't said yeah or no. I'm sure he's put it in there.
He hasn't said yeah or no, though, has he?
Or do your famous talk to him? I love how you speak to him. And by the way, if you hear Tequila, I'm taking talking funny, right? He's now taking lessons from what's his name? Expressions. So if you hear Tequila funny, we're so
sure I am fan.
By the way,
yeah, and I know. I'm just asking the source some things.
Go on. Okay. Sugar bought in Sheringham and Klinsmann. He did. At least Sugar bought in some world-class players. He did that as well. Gerard said Levy never made a world-class signing. He probably doesn't know what a world-class signing is. Alan Sugar respected the legacy of the club community and our rivalries. Understood the fan base. Levy, cutthroat business venture capitalistic first foremost. Absolutely spot on.
Okay, so there is a bit of news.
I need to do a breaking news thing for you, don't I, really?
Yeah, I like this player, even though
I do too.
He's ex-Chelsea, so some people might not like that. And also the fee seems a bit low, but I guess that's Danny for you. Apparently, we are weighing up a £20 million bid for Tomori from in Italy, but face strong competition from Juventus, who already made a loan bid for the former Chelsea player. He's a good player. He's a good defender.
He is a good player. He is.
That seems quite a low offer, in my opinion, Dermo. I think he's actually worth quite a lot more than that. So I can't see them taking that. I think you need to double that, to be honest with you, Dermo.
I do. Do you know what? I think there's something happening behind the scenes we don't know about, you know. I said it to you or somebody today. I think there's something happening behind the scenes and there's something brewing. I'm waiting for something to break on Tottenham, you know. I just got this gut feeling that we're
No.
in for some shocking news over the next week or so.
As for the transfers, very quickly, it's. I understand if we don't sign anyone, Dermo. I understand why we. I understand loans only. I don't. It makes no sense for us to bring in any players on a permanent deal because we just don't know if the manager's going to be there. I know it looks like he's going to be there for now, but I'm still not convinced that next year we have Postecoglou in charge. I'm still not convinced.
I don't think we will. I think we'll have some fucking stupid manager from probably Iceland or somewhere like that, or the North Pole.
Yeah.
Tessic, please. Dortmund's leadership is pretty much the same. Looks like Ange is staying, though, for now. Bournemouth and Brentford managers wouldn't touch our club with a barge pole. Philip Brady, big up Philip, says after Champions League final with Poch, if we had Poch, might still be here with trophies. But again, Tequila, it's a point. Fans wanted him out. Fans wanted Mourinho out. Fans wanted Conte out.
No, I didn't. I can only talk for myself.
I'm not saying I did either.
The only one that I did want out was Nuno. I won't lie about that.
I think everyone wanted Nuno. Everyone wanted Nuno out. To be fair,
Jose
I mean, he was a garden gnome.
I've always regarded Jose as other than Ferguson, one of the he's certainly in the top 5 managers I think of all time. I know that a lot of the clubs that he was at with success, he bought success, and that's true. But he also took Porto and won the Champions League with Porto. So nobody can tell me that he's not a really good manager because you don't go and win the Champions League with FC Porto being a bad manager, right? It was a timing, firing him before the League Cup final was ridiculous. I didn't want Jose out. I wanted us to back him with the players he wanted, but no, we give him Joe Rodon. This is the players that he was working with, bruv.
The rumor that's going around why he went out is because if he reached the final, he would have got an extension on his contract.
And that's
more
money.
The rumor.
Yeah, I believe it as well. I can believe that. Levy would have to
believe with the Super League, it was an opportunist moment to get rid of him because all the news was all about the Champions
League.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
So he knew that it wouldn't be so much.
It would go much more unnoticed because everybody was too busy worrying about the Super League. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And Conte, like I say, Conte's I can't defend Conte's football. It wasn't great.
Oh no.
But I just don't know. I said this yesterday, man. I just want a manager with a backbone. And with all due respect to Ange, he is not that guy.
He lost yesterday.
He's not going to stand. He's not going to stand up to Levy, is he? I don't think he is. I don't see that in him anyway. I don't.
No, I don't. Jamie O'Hara said it yesterday. He looked lost, and he did look lost yesterday. He looked very lost yesterday.
I just don't think he knows what to do. Yeah, there's another one sec, bit more information.
I know. I don't really want to break it, but we have to. It's our job.
Let me ask him. I think
this is what frustrates me, Tequila. Right, this is what frustrates me. He's going to get pissed off with us asking the same question.
He likes it, really.
He likes the authority.
Yeah.
Right, let me get through some of these comments. The comments have flown in, Tequila. Again, these shows are getting really popular, actually. We need to get somebody in just to do the chat. All right, we've got an official quote. Right, let me get through the chat. We'll get through the official quote. We'll finish off on the other bit of breaking news, and then we'll end it there. He said it in big capital letters as well with exclamation marks. Yeah. Wilton, big up. Wilton's up there, of course, with all the legends of this, all the older generation. Please don't hate me for that, saying that, Philip. Older generations. I don't mean it that way. I mean you're legends. You're more experienced than me in Tequila. You've seen it all. Me and Tequila are still babies in Spurs fans' eyes. Daniel Levy is a chairman with interest, but what are the owners have done for the club? Fuck all. I remember when they took over, the fan base was excited because we now have people who own the club.
Yeah.
with deep pockets. Seen all those, Dermot, and we never changed our style of play. Exactly. Big up to Mick Harmlick as well. Good evening, Dermot, Tequila and Co.
Hiya, Mick.
Big up, Mick. I hope your missus is all right. I hope she's feeling better.
Yeah.
If that's what Levy objected, he should have bought wisely. No Europe. All these players will ask to leave.
Some of them,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Jerry O'Connor, we're going to be the new Dundalk, Dermo. You know, I do know what you mean. I mean, look, I'm a massive GAA fan, right? And I support Wexford in hurling, which is, just look up in Google or YouTube hurling, right? And I'm a massive Mayo fan in GAA football. Philip Brady will know what I'm on about. Mayo haven't won the All Ireland, which is a bit like your FA Cup, right? It's a big thing over here, right? Since 1951. We've been in many finals since then, but we've never won. So Mayo's like Tottenham of GAA football. Always full of disappointment. Make you feel great about yourself, then on the day of the final, they just let you down. But this is our year. We're going to win the Big Sam Maguire Cup this year. I agree with you, Dermot. That's good. I'm glad somebody agrees with me. Not really. A lot of people do agree with me, but thank you. Big up to Jimbo. He's coming Saturday as well with Kate. We're getting Jimbo and Kate, the double trouble, the Batman and Robin, or Batman and Catwoman of the Spurs community. Yeah, you're Batman, Jimbo, and Kate's Catwoman. Just saying. I wasn't going to say you were Catwoman. I know Tequila has that secret fantasy of being Catwoman. Sorry, Tequila, I let that out.
I just think of Michelle Pfeiffer. That's what I think of.
Yeah, I should never have said that you wanted to be Catwoman. Sorry, you told me that in confidence. Sorry. I wanted to be the Penguin, but there you go. Anyway, Harley Quinn. Damn, I shouldn't let that out either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi, gents. Been sitting here watching, and what has happened to you, Derm? So doom and gloom, mate. Since when did you become so downbeat? Since Tottenham haven't won since Southampton. To be fair. Give him a walking frame.
Oh, Ange, yeah.
Jim, look, I'll try. Look, it's worn me down, hasn't it, Tequila? To be fair, you've seen a steady decline in my optimism, haven't you?
I mean, there's only so much. There's only so many losses you can take before you kind of like, hit rock bottom.
Anna says, I'm a Spurs fan. I see that she's starting to believe.
That's what this is, Anna, didn't you? This is what this is. What you're watching.
Yeah, this is anti-Levy therapy. Yeah. We're going longer now than we used to, actually, Tequila. Do you know what? We couldn't even make an hour once. Now, look, we're nearly an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
I said to you, we're going for an hour tonight. An hour and a half later, we're still talking. Jimbo says, Stevie!
We didn't think there were so many people in. That's why.
It's great. The club.
Thanks, guys, for all of you guys who have stayed with us.
It's so humbling, isn't it, Tequila, seeing our channel actually starting to grow a bit more now. It is really humbling, isn't it? And it's great for me and Tequila and Colin and Boris and everyone connected with the channel. It's very humbling for us. I'm very humbled. I know, Tequila, you're humbled by it as well, aren't you? It's sort of.
Yeah, I don't know who wants to listen to us, then. I don't know.
Exactly. Do you still get that? Why do people want to listen to us like?
Well, I've only been doing this a year. I've only been doing this a year, dude. So I'm still shocked.
Yeah, I've been doing it.
You must be used to it by now because you've been doing it for like 4 years.
Right. I've got another bit of news. I'm asking, can I use it? But it's from a different source.
I can't see that one then, dude.
What I'll do is I'll link it to our source and get him to confirm if we can use it. Hang on. I'm getting a tuck back from my other source, by the way. I'll let you know. I can. Right. A bit of breaking news, guys. There has been a board meeting today. Tottenham did have a board meeting today. There is one set for tomorrow as well. So there was a board meeting today. I'm sure about Ange. There is one tomorrow. Again, as our source says, and this is the other one, but as the players are back in Ange, the meeting are to do with how to back Ange this window. So
why are you having a meeting on the 20th of bloody January? Why were you not having a meeting on the 20th of December or the 20th of November planning for this window?
That's it. Kate's got it. Sorry, Tia. That's the player. That's the player I was on about.
Oh, okay. So it's not the player. Okay, it's not the player I thought.
No, that was the player I was thinking of. Couldn't think of his name. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was someone else.
Yeah. Big up to Brenny, the only Arsenal
Brenny.
fan I respect and adore. He just said,
He's jealous, man.
Oh dear. That's your sauce, tequila. That's your sauce, by the way. You can say that's your sauce. Big up, Brenny. Big up, Brenny. Anna says, how we don't have a Jimmy Greaves stand, or at least it is beyond me. It is beyond me. I'm doing a show this week about it, actually. I'm putting it together probably Friday or Saturday. Kate and Jim are coming on for that one, and that is going to be. It is going to be about this. The show's about we've had enough, and that's what the show's about. It's about the legacy of Levy, what he hasn't done and what he has done. I'm putting it together tomorrow, guys. It's going to be a belter of a show. Don't do that. Do not do that. If he's watching, do not do that. You'll get something.
Sorry, guys. Source is causing trouble in the background.
Yeah, I think we've seen Reedy. What that looks good up north doesn't have an equate success. No, it doesn't. You're great. Big up to FCM Column, the only Man United fan I respect and adore. Can I just say props to Ipswich for holding a minute applause for Dennis? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. Props to them for that. Big up to Ipswich for that. Big up, Colin. I know he's going through it as well as we are. When Jimmy Greaves was sold to West Ham, the club wouldn't allow him to delay to collect his gear or say goodbye to the players. That's our club for you. That's shocking. Levy will not admit anyone is bigger than him linked with Spurs. That's true. Wilton has said, Dermot, that tells you all you need to know about the ownership and the chairman. Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. Most boards and owners who come into clubs don't give a toss about the clubs they own. They don't study or read the history of the club. Brenny, I want to ask you a question. Do Arsenal fans feel the same about Kroenke, about Arsenal, about them not being a club anymore? Is that true? Do you Arsenal fans feel like that? Because if that is the case, that's shocking. Big up the column. Welcome to the Durex Stadium where you can come and watch us again. Please, Tequila, just get me to read these, check these before I bring them up.
I didn't read that one either, dude.
Oh dear. Mick says, damn it, I gave up my season ticket because I don't want to line his pocket. Well, we come and join our season ticket. Yeah, join my watch along. It's great crack. You get watch Dermatron go through a lot of pain and heartache, and you get a good laugh out of it. Like the Tamworth game where I started singing Tamworth on the way to Wembley.
There is some people who are like Levy out who still have their season tickets, and I do kind of question I haven't given a penny to Levy. I think I bought a DVD in like 2012 year review, which is the last time I think I actually bought anything official.
Can I just say this top I bought and the two other I've got from a Chinese website, by the way.
Yeah.
Unlike the other one, because it's got a channel name on it.
No, people are free to do what they want. It's just like I don't know how you could still kind of like give them thousands for season tickets and then be like Levy out. That stuff does. I know people have got their reasons, but I don't understand it personally.
Can I just say one word without us getting into trouble with anybody? Hypocrites.
I don't get it. It's just I'm not gonna. I don't want to.
No, but you know what I'm getting at, don't you, Tequila? Hypocrites. Juventus can't even confirm the Kulu deal due to PSG. Well, I think we confirmed he was going there. Villa is also considering making a move for. Yeah, I heard that as well. Big up to Kate. Will the boy from St. Pat sign Dermo? What? I tell him to go anywhere else but Tottenham. Just go somewhere where you're going to be treated with just, I'd love him to come to Tottenham. He's a genius. He's a star in the making, but we probably offered him 50 quid or something, knowing Levy. Santa is not available to him. Oh, what? You mean Santa's not available anymore? Tequila's going to be devastated. He was looking forward to Mr. Santa coming to the club.
Going to get some coal, I am. That's what I'm going to get.
No, you wanted to sit in
coal in my stocking. Yeah.
You wanted to sit in a lap. That's what you wanted to do, you dirty git. I'm
a lonely guy, dude.
I'm saying nothing. Carl, that deal will get done with you if it is. I don't want Mourinho out at all. Neither did I, actually.
No.
I had a bit of a semi when Mourinho come. I couldn't believe it. I thought all my Christmas has come up one. Column, I know it shows the craziness of these clubs. It does. Chelsea are 2 up. Doesn't surprise me. Anna says, I will never forgive Levy during the breakaway European League. He said he wasn't bothered about the legacy fans and he could rely on casual fans. Well, I tell you what, Daniel Levy, I'm a legacy fan. I care. This is what I think about you. What's funny?
Nothing. I think it was the noise. I think the fact you needed to add noise to it.
Can I just say now? I just want to play something. This is for Colin. Do you want to? Do you know? How do you think Colin's feeling a bit at the moment, Tequila? Just very quickly. Do you think he's hurting like us?
A little bit, probably crying a little bit.
You mean he's doing a bit of this?
Yeah. Well, that Rashford in the dressing room after the match.
Yeah, it is. You really wanted to do your Tikundi bit, didn't you? Has anyone?
Need the ducks for that, dude.
Oh, hang on. I got the ducks. Here you go.
Has anyone seen Man United? Rashford, Alex Ferguson, can you hear me? You're about to one hell of a beating.
Oh, I love it.
Well, you guys did call me thingy cunt, didn't you?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that people watch this channel think they're a bunch of lunatics.
Well, we are, aren't we? We're trying to cheer ourselves up. We're trying to forget about the last.
We are. Colin just pretended. Hang on, wrong remote. Colin. No, I don't want to shut down. Colin just pretend people don't know. That's true. Wilton says, Dermot, Tottenham to me is like having an injection in the same place. After a while, it does not hurt anymore. That's so true. Yeah. Gerard says the ball means about whether to sack the tea lady or as not, as the cutbacks from making Europe. True. The news is Levy's selling. He wants to take a role as a long-lost Mitchell brother, Gary.
I could see him playing that role, Carl.
I can. Oh, glad Chelsea are winning. That's how desperate it's got. Yeah, it's true. Most Arsenal fans don't like the Crankies. I don't like them. They don't give a shit about our history, in my opinion. See, we're not the only club.
Well, I would say with the Cronkies, I mean, why would they? They're American. With all due respect, it's like, what I mean is it's like, you know, they're not. It's not even their sport, is it?
I'm not allowed to sit. This one's for you, Tequila.
Not allowed to sit on any laps.
On any laps.
Trust me, I've tried. I bet you have, Carl. As a thought, Father Xmas asked me what I wanted for Xmas and not the kids. I think was he coming on to you, Carl, was he?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Brenny said, sounds like my granddaughter a year ago. Very good, Dermot. Me and Tequila have that worked out, that duck sign one. Guys, that is... Oh, we've just got a little bit of news at the end, by the way. Tottenham have recalled striker Dean Scarlett from his loan spell with Championship side Oxford United. Now, you would thought they were bringing him back to play him because we got Dan Solanke out, right? Okay, you would have thought of that. But no, he's going back on loan again.
But can't he play out on the wing as well? Scarlett?
Yeah, but he can't play. He can't be loaned out again. If you play for 3 different clubs in one season, you can't be loaned out again.
Well, then keep him. It's only bloody 4 months.
So, this is Tottenham we're talking about.
Yeah, but if he can play on, I know that he's not a world beater, and I don't think
I
anyone
get
here
it.
thinks that he is. But we're so short up front now because we've got all our injuries now have hit us in the face. That if he can play on the wing as well, which I believe he can, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure I've seen him play on the wing. Then even if it's just to put him onto the bench, right? If you're not going to start him, fine, but just to give us another body, we're so short. Why loaning him out to another club for 4 months when we've got the crisis we've got?
I know. It just shows the mentality of the club, really, doesn't it? This is another bit, Rod, including Tottenham are rumoured to be looking at Barcelona winger Asu Fati and Milan forward and Noah Okafor as they see to bolster their attack. But
I'd take both of them. He was at Fati was at loan in Brighton, and I think he did all right for them. Again, I don't know if I'm not sure they're world beaters, but again,
no. I tell you, there's a player I would take from Brighton, Tequila, is their fullback.
What, Ferguson? Oh, okay, I thought you were going to say Ferguson.
No, it's the Ghana player.
Which side? Left back or right back?
I forget where he plays now. I can picture his name in the head. I can't think of his name at the moment, but that's who I would pick. And then we're going to end on this. Sorry. If anyone was watching, I'll let you talk about this because this is sort of what you want to talk about. This is mine. It says it's embarrassing Tottenham cult hero slams Daniel Levy and accused the board of using the club to make money.
Yeah, I did watch this. It's on YouTube, guys. If you didn't know, it's from TalkSport. So the whole thing's on YouTube, and pretty much he says he actually doesn't go for the manager. He doesn't actually blame the manager or the players. He does go right for the board. And obviously this is an ex-player, Mido, who was a pretty good player for us. And you know what? I'd take him right now in a heartbeat if he was 10 years younger, because he was a decent striker for us. And I wish we had a Mido right now, because he was pretty good, dude. He was quite a physical lad. He did like his food, so he did have some weight. I do remember him having some weight problems, but if you could get him fit and get him dedicated and get that, he was a good player, you know, was Mido.
I hated that Kappa kit, by the way.
Yeah, I quite like it. You not like it? Is it because it's got red on it? That's why, isn't it?
No, it's because it wasn't built for people like me. I remember going to a Tottenham game.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Look, I think he's right in what he said, but as I said, we're going to show Saturday. I think we're doing that show. We've had enough, and I think we have had enough of the whole shabacle of it. And that is it. That is the Monday night show. Players back, Ange. It was Lampy. Big up, Kate. Thank you for being my memory. For me, Lampy. I love Lampy.
I didn't know you meant him. He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah. I'll take him. Do you know what? I'm that desperate. I'll go for Kyle Walker now.
Well, this is what I meant. This is what I mean. We've become so desperate. I'd take Kyle Walker in a heartbeat, don't I? In a heartbeat.
I'd get Danny Rose out of retirement.
Sure, why not?
Danny, if you're watching, Danny, get your boots on, son. You're picked.
He is pretty short, Carl. I know that he is pretty slight. That is he's pretty slight.
It is. Don't worry, disaster averted. Oh wait, not averted. Carl says, I personally think keep Scarlett, let Lancashire go out on loan. I think he has a high ceiling. I agree with you. Great shows as always, lads. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
it really
Mick.
means a hell of a lot to us. It does mean a lot. I'm glad to have you back, Tequila, because I've got somebody to bounce off again, and you and me really do bounce off each other really well. We've got the sort of same sense of humor as well, so it's quite funny when I crack a joke.
We need it in these times, don't we? We need it as well.
And thank you for the last couple of post-match shows. I've been really emotional. I've never been that emotional before, and it's really weird for me to go through that. So I've really enjoyed your company, actually. It's great to have you back, man. We did miss you terribly on these shows. You're talking about what's that? A
stupid man.
Oh, he's stupid man. Not sure about the spelling. Yeah, well, no, we know probably not a name for Donald Trump.
China.
I reckon Daniel Levy's a love child of Donald Trump, you know.
Could be.
Hmm.
The only difference is that Trump wears a wig, whereas Levy doesn't. I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna be gunned down next time I go out now.
No, I protect you. I'll put my big body in your way, in my way for you. I'll protect you. We bring our new organisation to keep guarding your flat for you. The Tottenham the THFC Till I Die Hotspur Supporters Trust Group.
Protection Agency, yeah.
Yeah, Protections Agency. Steve TC related to Numpty. Yeah, I think he is. My days in Lycra have long gone. Oh, that's a damn shame.
Come on, you're never too old for Lycra, come on.
No. 78 to 90. Yeah, they're the best kits. We should always showing that for members rate Tottenham kits over the years, by the way, Tequila. That'd be a good member show to do, actually. Because I wanted to show do you remember Gary Lineker did top 10, where each of us came with our top 10 best whatever, and we had to whittle it down to a top 5. All of us had to agree in the top 5 sort of thing.
Gary Lineker.
That'd be good.
Say?
Yeah. I send you a link to one of them. They're really good. Okay. Wilton says, thank you, gents, for a great show. Wilton, thank you for coming, and thanks you for always being there. Have a good evening, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, Kate and Jim. Great to you in. It's been too long. Looking forward to getting you both on at the weekend. Yeah, do that show, Dermot. I will do. But Tequila, that is it. That's the end of another Tottenham therapy session.
Another one.
We went longer than we're supposed to. Mrs. Tron's now going to hide me in the dog shed for running too long. She's already looking at me with a frying pan in one hand and a wok in the other. So if I don't appear tomorrow, you know I'm in the doghouse. Yeah. Yeah.
We're not winning chicken dinner.
Tequila, just very quickly before we end up, do you want to run through our channel sponsor? If I bring the video up, do you want to run through it?
I can try. Put the link up again, should I? Oh. Demo's gone quiet because I've missed the key because I was trying to find the link in the chat. Play it again, Demo, if you want. I can't hear you though. Thank you. All right, okay, so he's gone quiet, so I can't hear him. So this is private internet access. As you can see, it's a VPN, which masks your identity, which means you can watch all the 3 p.m. blackouts that we get over here when it comes to football. And also, you can also use it with stuff like Netflix and other places like that, where they have a different library of stuff by changing your country. Everyone can use it. I believe you can use it on your consoles as well. The price is about €45, which is half the price of other ones. And you get 2 years plus 4 months. Is that good enough, Dermo? I'm not good at this. See, the video's still playing now. I can't even hear him. Dermo, you're muted. Mute.
Sorry. So, yeah, you've done very well there. Can I just start this video? This is I know we've gone through it, but I just want to start. This is how Daniel Levy communicates with the transfer lang about transfers. You see, he just does it using our VPN.
Does it? It uses Morse code, I think. That's why it takes so long to get everything done. It uses Morse code. They use Morse code to communicate.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, thank you for watching. We are back on Wednesday because I'm tomorrow off. I'm going to take a day off. We never know. It could be back on. Ange could be sacked. We could sign a player, so I might be back on anyway. So, but we are back Wednesday with the pre-match show for Hoffenheim. Me and Tequila. I think Tequila's on me that day. Thursday, of course, we've got Tottenham Team Talks, watch along, and post-match show, of course, all live on the same day. Friday, we've got the sort of fallout of Hoffenheim, the look ahead to the game against Leicester on Sunday. Saturday, we've got Jim and Kate from The Perfect Match joining me and Tequila. Hopefully Colin as well, or Jordan, if they want to come on with us. And we've had enough. We've had enough of Levy, had enough of this shite, had enough of the way he's run our football club. But Tequila, as always, take us out the way you would do. Take us out in the way Ange would lead out the team before a match. Just show us what Ange is like before the game. Come on, you Spurs and Big Ange. We should trust.
Quiz. Lovely. It's just who we are, mate. It's just who we are.
Is that what he says? Just who we are, mate, for the match.
That's what I don't. It must be. What other pearls of wisdom has he got? Sorry.
Yeah. Khan's given me a new catchphrase. In Levy, we trust to do F4. Back the team, not the owners. Ange out.